Welcome to a world where ancient traditions and mystique collide, where the past comes alive in a swirl of ritual and sacrifice. Today, we're going to delve into the captivating realm of the Vestal Virgins, a group of women who were revered and feared in equal measure in ancient Rome. Their lives were a paradox of freedom and confinement, of power and subservience, and it's this intriguing dichotomy that we'll be exploring in depth. In the heart of ancient Rome, there stood a temple dedicated to the goddess Vesta, the patron deity of the hearth, home, and family. It was here that the Vestal Virgins resided, their lives a testament to the enduring power of tradition and the unyielding grip of societal expectations. These women were chosen at a tender age, typically between 6 and 10 years old, to devote their lives to the service of Vesta. They were plucked from their families and thrust into a world of ritual and duty, where their every move was scrutinized and their every action was governed by a strict code of conduct. The selection process was rigorous and highly competitive, with only a handful of girls chosen for this great honor. Once selected, they would undergo a period of training, during which they would learn the intricacies of ritual and sacrifice, the preparation of sacred meals, and the maintenance of the temple and its surroundings. They would be taught how to tend the sacred flame, which was believed to be a symbol of the goddess's presence, and how to perform the intricate rituals that were designed to appease her. As Vestal Virgins, these women held a position of immense power and respect in ancient Roman society. They were considered to be the embodiment of purity and chastity, and their presence was believed to bring good fortune and prosperity to the state. They were also granted a number of privileges, including the right to own property, to make wills, and to speak in their own defense in court. This was a remarkable level of autonomy, especially considering the limited rights afforded to women in ancient Rome. Despite these privileges, however, the life of a Vestal Virgin was not an easy one. They were bound by a strict code of conduct, which dictated everything from their dress and demeanor to their interactions with others. They were expected to be modest and demure, to avoid any behavior that could be considered immodest or unseemly. They were also expected to remain chaste, and any hint of impropriety could result in severe punishment, including death. The punishment for a Vestal Virgin who broke her vows of chastity was particularly brutal. She would be whipped and then buried alive, a fate that was considered to be worse than death itself. This was a stark reminder of the high stakes involved in this role, and the tremendous pressure that these women were under to conform to societal expectations. And yet, despite these risks, many women were drawn to this life, seduced by the promise of power and prestige that came with being a Vestal Virgin. As we delve deeper into the world of the Vestal Virgins, we'll encounter a complex web of contradictions and paradoxes. We'll see how these women, who were revered as symbols of purity and chastity, were also feared and reviled for their power and influence. We'll explore the intricate rituals and sacrifices that were at the heart of their daily lives, and we'll examine the social and cultural context in which they lived. We'll also meet some of the individual Vestal Virgins who left their mark on history, women who defied convention and pushed the boundaries of what was expected of them. Throughout this journey, we'll be challenging our assumptions about the past and about the role of women in ancient Roman society. We'll be questioning the notion that these women were simply passive vessels for the goddess, and instead, we'll be exploring their agency and autonomy. We'll be examining the ways in which they negotiated the complexities of their role, and the ways in which they subverted and challenged the societal norms that governed their lives. As we immerse ourselves in the world of the Vestal Virgins, we'll be entering a realm of fascination and intrigue, a world that is both familiar and yet utterly alien. We'll be encountering a cast of characters that includes priests and politicians, slaves and aristocrats, each with their own motivations and agendas. We'll be navigating a landscape of temples and palaces, of markets and forums, where the rhythms of daily life were punctuated by the rhythms of ritual and sacrifice. The story of the Vestal Virgins is a story of human drama and conflict, of passion and intrigue, of power and politics. It's a story that speaks to us across the centuries, a reminder of the enduring power of tradition and the unyielding grip of societal expectations. It's a story that challenges us to think differently about the past, to question our assumptions and to seek out new perspectives. And it's a story that invites us to reflect on our own lives, to consider the ways in which we are shaped by the world around us, and to think about the choices that we make and the consequences that follow. As you settle into your new life as a Vestal Virgin, you begin to realize the weight of responsibility that rests on your shoulders. You are no longer just a young girl from a noble family, but a guardian of the sacred flame, a symbol of the power and prestige of Rome. Your days are filled with rituals and ceremonies, as you tend to the flame and perform the sacred duties that have been entrusted to you. You rise before the sun to begin your daily routine, which includes prayers, sacrifices, and the tending of the flame. You are dressed in a simple white tunic, with a veil covering your hair, and a belt around your waist, symbolizing your chastity and dedication to the goddess Vesta. Your hands are always clean, your heart always pure, as you go about your duties with reverence and devotion. As you go about your day, you are surrounded by the other Vestal Virgins, who have become like sisters to you. You share a common bond, a deep understanding of the sacrifices you have made, and the importance of the role you play in the lives of the Roman people. You work together, in harmony, to ensure that the flame is always burning, and that the rituals are performed with precision and care. But despite the beauty and tranquility of your life, you are not immune to the challenges and dangers that exist in the world outside the temple. You hear rumors of wars, of famines, of plagues, and of natural disasters that threaten the stability of the empire. You see the fear and uncertainty in the eyes of the people, as they come to the temple, seeking solace, seeking comfort, and seeking guidance. And you, as a Vestal Virgin, are expected to provide that guidance, to offer words of comfort, and to perform rituals that will bring peace and prosperity to the people. You are a symbol of hope, a beacon of light, in a world that is often dark and uncertain. And you take that responsibility seriously, pouring your heart and soul into your work, as you strive to make a positive impact on the world around you. As the years pass, you grow in wisdom and in understanding of the world and its ways. You learn to navigate the complex web of politics and social hierarchy that exists in Rome, and you become adept at using your position to influence those in power. You are a skilled diplomat, a shrewd strategist, and a compassionate listener, and you use these skills to help those in need and to promote the greater good. But even as you are immersed in the world of politics and social intrigue, you never forget your primary role as a guardian of the flame. You continue to tend to it, with love and with care, and you ensure that it is always burning, a symbol of the enduring power of the goddess Vesta. And as you perform your duties, you are filled with a sense of pride and of purpose, knowing that you are making a difference in the lives of those around you. As the seasons change, and the years go by, you become a respected and revered figure in Roman society. You are sought out for your wisdom and your guidance, and you are often called upon to perform rituals and to offer sacrifices on behalf of the people. And you, with your deep understanding of the mysteries of the universe and your connection to the divine, are able to provide that guidance with compassion and with empathy. And yet, despite all the trappings of power and prestige, you never forget your humble beginnings. You remain humble and grounded, and you continue to cultivate the simple yet profound virtues that have guided you on your journey. You remain chaste and pure and dedicated to your craft, and you continue to tend to the flame with love and with care. As you look out over the city, you see the bustling streets, the crowded marketplaces, and the grand architecture that seems to stretch on forever. You see the people, going about their daily lives, with all their hopes and fears and dreams. And you know that you are a part of it all, a thread in the intricate tapestry that is Rome. You are a Vestal Virgin, a guardian of the flame, and a symbol of the power and the prestige of the Roman Empire. And as you stand there, in the midst of it all, you feel a sense of peace and of contentment wash over you. You know that you have made a difference, that you have touched the lives of those around you, and that you have fulfilled your duty to the goddess Vesta and to the people of Rome. You are a true servant of the divine, and you are at peace with yourself and with the world. The years continue to pass, and you continue to tend to the flame with love and with care. You continue to perform the rituals and the ceremonies, and you continue to provide guidance and comfort to those in need. And as you do, you know that you are living a life that is true to yourself and to your values. And you are at peace with yourself and with the world. As the sun sets over the city, you look out over the rooftops, and you see the stars beginning to twinkle in the night sky. You feel a sense of wonder and of awe at the beauty and the mystery of the universe. And you know that you are a part of it all, a small yet vital part of the grand tapestry that is life. And so you continue to tend to the flame, to perform the rituals, and to provide guidance and comfort to those in need. You continue to live a life that is true to yourself and to your values. You know that you have made a difference, and that you have fulfilled your duty to the goddess Vesta and to the people of Rome. And you are content in the knowledge that you have lived a life that is meaningful and fulfilling. As you look back on your life, you are filled with a sense of pride and accomplishment. You have served the goddess Vesta and the people of Rome with dignity and devotion. You have maintained the sacred flame and ensured the continued prosperity and security of the city. You have also lived a life of simplicity and humility, and have avoided the temptations and distractions of the world. You have remained focused on your duties, and have never wavered in your commitment to your role as a Vestal Virgin. You think about the other Vestal Virgins who have served alongside you, and you are grateful for their friendship and support. You have shared a bond that is strong and unbreakable, and you know that you will always be connected by your shared experiences and your devotion to the goddess. You also think about the people of Rome, who have respected and revered you as a symbol of the city's values and traditions. You are proud to have played a part in the city's history and to have contributed to its growth and development. As you approach the end of your life, you are at peace with the knowledge that you have fulfilled your duty, and that you have lived a life that is meaningful and fulfilling. You know that you will soon be reunited with the goddess Vesta, and that you will be rewarded for your devotion and service. You are content in the knowledge that you have made a difference in the world, and that you have left a lasting legacy that will be remembered for generations to come. You look around at the city that you have served, and you see the beauty and the wonder of the world. You see the people going about their daily lives, and you know that you have played a part in their stories. You see the temples and the buildings that you have helped to maintain, and you are proud of the role that you have played in the city's history. You are grateful for the opportunity to have served and to have lived a life that is dedicated to the greater good. As you reflect on your life, you realize that being a Vestal Virgin has not only been a duty, but also a privilege. It has given you a sense of purpose and direction, and has allowed you to make a positive impact on the world. You have been able to live a life that is free from the distractions and temptations of the world, and to focus on what is truly important. You have been able to cultivate a deep sense of inner peace and wisdom, and to develop a strong sense of self-discipline and self-awareness. You know that your story is not just about you, but about the countless other Vestal Virgins who have served throughout history. It is about the women who have dedicated their lives to the goddess Vesta and to the people of Rome. It is about the women who have remained focused on their duties and who have never wavered in their commitment to their role as Vestal Virgins. As you come to the end of your story, you want to leave a message of hope and inspiration to all those who are watching. You want to remind them that they too can make a difference in the world. They too can live a life that is meaningful and fulfilling. You want to encourage them to follow their hearts and to pursue their passions with courage and determination. You want to remind them that they are not alone in their journey, and that they are part of a larger community of people who are all connected by their shared humanity. You want to inspire them to be the best version of themselves and to strive for excellence in all that they do. You want to remind them that they have the power to create the life that they want and to make a positive impact on the world. As you take your final breath, you are surrounded by the people and the city that you have loved and served. And as your spirit returns to the goddess Vestal, you know that you will always be connected to the city and the people that you have loved and served.